Harambee! Neno hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to our channel once again. The fallout between Raila Odinga and Edwin Sifuna has actually hit a deadly turn. On Monday, Edwin Sifuna boycotted the joint parliamentary group meeting between ODM party and Kenya Kwanza, which was co-chaired by President William Ruto and Raila Odinga himself. I did a comprehensive analysis about that particular boycott. Yesterday, Edwin Sifuna hit Raila Odinga and William Ruto badly.
Say anything. You have the majority leader, the minority leader, they don't say anything. By now I expected Honorable Chair to have a statement from Honorable Mazayo and Honorable Cheriot defending the institution and putting the record straight. Our speaker, he's nowhere to be seen. And even you, Chair, I want to challenge you, and the Senator for Kituya said, Chair, if you don't defend this committee, because this committee was specifically singled out, they say we are the rent seekers in the Senate. Chair, if you don't defend us today, we are willing to move a motion of your removal today. Because we cannot continue like this. If somebody has any evidence, let them present it. I don't think, Chair, we have ever sent you to get money from anybody. We don't send our chairs there. It is not the governors who have been misadvised. It is the governors misadvising our national leaders. It is the governors who have misadvised my party leader about the position of, this is true, you know, Chair. I said in Diani, because I didn't want to attend that conference that was held in your county, not because I don't like the people of Homa Bay, it's a beautiful place. But this jamboree that is put together by the governors without any recourse to other institutions that are involved in devolution, was a platform where they poisoned and misadvised the minds of the national leaders to pronounce themselves on certain things. I said in Diani that if you are in a position of advising any leader in this country, I was telling the Attorney General that what leaders need in this country is not prayer. Although prayer is important, if you are in a position of Attorney General, your responsibility is to give proper advice to your boss. Even when it comes to matters of devolution, these governors are the ones who are misadvising Mzee. Because you remember when we had a meeting with the party leader in the Senate, when he came out of that meeting, the pronouncements he made, including strengthening the place of Senate in order for devolution to succeed, those were the proper words or the proper advice that Jacom gives. And I know his mind. I know his position on devolution. He's the father of devolution.
But the question remains, what are the options available for Edwin Sifuna? Because it has reached a point where Edwin Sifuna will have to pave way. Edwin Sifuna will either have to resign from ODM party, or Edwin Sifuna will have to be kicked out of ODM party. And for me, I've always maintained that the most honorable thing Edwin Sifuna can do at the moment is actually to resign. Because ODM party will not kick him out because they know the implications. Yesterday, Raila Odinga was under a lot of pressure. According to sources, on Monday, before the PG group meeting, Raila Odinga was under a lot of pressure from his allies to remove Edwin Sifuna as the SG. But Raila Odinga did not remove him. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want us to look at the options which are available because they are now very narrow for Edwin Sifuna. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, Edwin Sifuna has 5 or 6 options. He can decide to pursue either of them based on his political interest. The first option for me is for Edwin Sifuna to team up with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as his running mate in 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka will have to be on the ballot in 2027. He has no option. Whether he will be endorsed or not, whether Matiang'i will be running, whether Rigathi will be running, Kalonzo Musyoka will have to be on the ballot as a presidential candidate. So the best option for Sifuna is to join Kalonzo as a running mate. Why?
Nimekuwa kwa bunge miaka mingi. Nilikuwa na anko ya Sifuna. Lakini nimemwatch huyu kijana, wacha nimuite hivi. Kama kuna jasiri Kenya hii ni huyu kijana senata wenu. Ana ujasiri, haogopi. He is a communicator. Kwa mambo ya uongozi, ndugu zangu. If the time comes na mimi niwe katika mahali naweza kuchagua waziri wa mambo ya nje, that will be Edwin Sifuna. Na sisemi ni lini, he is most qualified because I know kwanza yeye anaelewa na sheria. Sifuna zindi huyu. Tena huyu Sifuna, let me be honest with you, I'll say this today, mheshimiwa. Whatever it is huyu jamaa atataka, Nairobi hii, Kenya hii, apatiwe because he's able. Na sijui haja niambia anataka nini, whatever it is he wants.
Kalonzo Musyoka's best pick for a running mate. Kalonzo Musyoka's best pick for a running mate should actually come from the Luhya nation. So far, only Eugene Wamalwa is positioning himself for that role. But even you and I know that if you are to put Sifuna on this side, Wamalwa on this side, on a weighing scale, Sifuna is definitely heavy. And the fact that he served as the Secretary General of ODM party, he has a bit of contact. He will live with, in my view, substantial supporters. So that would serve his political interest. Again, even if Kalonzo were to lose, he will also lose with grace. He will also lose with his head high that at least he was a running mate. He was on a presidential ticket. So the option for Kalonzo is the best for me. The second one is for Edwin Sifuna to join Rigathi Gachagua. And joining Rigathi Gachagua is to serve his own political interest, to secure his seat as the Nairobi senator. Nairobi is a bit complex, and there is a general consensus in the Republic of Kenya today that Sifuna can actually win without ODM party. Yes, he can win without ODM party, but only if he gets the support of the Kikuyu nation. The Kikuyu nation currently in the Republic of Kenya are fully in the DCP party. I would not encourage Sifuna to join Rigathi as a running mate, because Rigathi cannot be president of the Republic of Kenya. But if he joined him and then agree with them, but if he joins him and then he contests as a senator for Nairobi, the stars for his re-elections are aligned in his favor. So that's the only situation or circumstance he can join Rigathi Gachagua. Number 3, which is something I'm told they are trying to pursue, is to team up with the rebels, both from ODM party, that is someone like Babu Owino, you talk of Caleb Amisi, and the ones from UDA, people like Wamushomba, people like Wamushomba, we are talking of people like Ndindi Nyoro. They can team up and form a strong, youthful third force. That youthful third force is going to be very, very strong, because they have the future, they have the Gen Z support, and their brand of politics currently is resonating so well with the people. They might not necessarily run for the presidency. They may agree that all of us, we are joining this party. But for the purposes of 2027, we are not going to support any side for the presidency, or we are not going to offer ourselves for the presidency, because I doubt if that third force can win the presidency. Though sometimes I sit down and I figure out, if you have Ndindi for Nairobi, you have Babu. Okay, like I've been thinking this way, if you have Babu for Nairobi, Ndindi for running mate, Sifuna for the presidency, don't joke, bwana. That's a very serious ticket. They can actually win. So they can come up with that kind of team. That team will breathe freshness, and Kenyans, especially the young people, would easily embrace that team. So that's the third option he has. His fourth option is to join the existing third force. And when we talk of existing third force, I'm talking of David Maraga. David Maraga is emerging as a third force, appealing to the Gen Zs. Most people view him as someone who is not really corrupt. Then they can do what Raila Odinga, Paul Moite, and the young Turks did at that time when Jaramogi was alive. You know, Jaramogi was very old. Then those young Turks were around the age of these guys. So we are talking of Jaramogi, now we are talking of Maraga. Then we are talking of the Moites, the Orengos, the Gitobu, Manyaras, the Railas of that time. We are talking of this new team. They can agree, let us throw our weight behind Maraga. Then manage the campaign as young Turks. That's exactly what that team did at that particular time. If they're serious, Kenyans will easily embrace Maraga. Then because of the force, the energy they'll bring to that camp, Maraga can easily become the president of the Republic of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, the third option, ladies and gentlemen, the final option for them is to run as independent candidates. Non-aligned. They can say, Babu Wino is running for governor for Nairobi, independent. Felix Oluoch running for Langata, independent. Edwin Sifuna running for the Senate of Nairobi, independent. Gathoni wa Mushomba running in the Githunguri, independent. Ndindi Nyoro running for the governor of Murang'a, independent. Then they'll bring all these independent candidates together. In fact, if they were to start that trajectory, most Kenyans would run as independent candidates. Because Kenyans have realized that these political parties really, they're just avenues to power. So that's another option. I don't know what you think. What do you think is the best option for Edwin Sifuna? Because in ODM party, is going to resign or is going to be forced to resign. Then what next? That's what I've explained. And maybe if you have a different opinion, let me know in the comment section. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.